One of them is a Muslim. One of them is a Christian. So by any means necessary, my direction is a Christian. But this is not a Christianity in that sense. What if a Muslim will be able to do more for God?
If he has done it, I'll come back here and tell you straight. If he has not done it, I'll be here to tell you that time. If he doesn't do it, I'll tell you in the next 90 days that Mahama will not be president there.
Take this word seriously, because it is very serious. And this is about Prophet Angel having to choose, Dr. Mahumudu BAWUMIA over Mahama. It is very serious because I have the facts to this, the details in videos with Prophet Angel having to say some things about Mahama that you guys are not really paying attention, except a few. Now, I have somebody coming to my DM having to tell me that don't I see how Prophet Angel is trying to talk in favor of BAWUMIA, and I believe this person is an NDC party member or something like that. And I was like, sure, but I've done a lot of breakdowns, some that Prophet Angel is talking highly of BAWUMIA, some mahama, right? But this time around, I have connected the dots all around, and it's making sense now what Prophet Angel is saying about BAWUMIA, that we are not paying attention that much. That victory could go in favor of BAWUMIA instead of Mahama. Let's go and watch this video.
You're not hearing what I'm talking about. What do you think I'm saying when I say to presidents, call me within 10 days? Call me within 20 days. I'm deciding the number of days. Why? I'm a rainmaker. Your money in the next 17 days. Your money. There's some here. I've mentioned about Ghana. And in the morning, before I have to be with my father, Pastor Chris, what I'm trying to say is I'll go to Mount Moriah, to that Fort Moriah place, and we'll get there, and I will talk to God about Ghana. So hear me well. So that when I come from there, I'm going to tell you directly with no if, buts, or 98% or 99%. It will be 100. In that moment, you don't need to pray. Even if you pray, you can't change what I will say. I will tell you who is going to be the president without ifs or buts or this or that. You can cut what you text. It doesn't fly. I'm beyond that level of stupidity. I've been doing this for years. I'll tell you, and even say again, this one I'll say 300 million%. And it will be exactly the same way I say it. It will never change. You, listen, I can miss lunch, I can miss breakfast, I can miss dinner, I can't miss prophecy. You wait until you die. These men here will not miss prophecy. No, it's never going to happen. Wait, write what, breathe fire if you like. See, I'm saying from now on, listen to what I will say about Ghana. Now, from now on. Why am I saying from now on? Because tonight, I have to talk to the two candidates. This one on this side, and this one who is the vice president of the country. I have to talk to them. And when I talk to them, I'll hear what they say. You say how? I'll call them. I have the direct numbers. I'll call them today. And hear what this one is saying. Hear what this one is saying. And then come here and say, I'm now convinced this one stands for God more than this one. One of them is a Muslim. One of them is a Christian. So by any means necessary, my direction is a Christian. But this is not a Christianity in that sense. What if a Muslim will be able to do more for God than a Christian? Not talking about Ghana now. I'm coming back here. Not talking about Ghana. What did I say? Not talking about, repeat this, not talking about Ghana now. Most Christians, when they promise you they are going to do this, they won't do it. You put Christians in power, they don't make up for what was lost when they were not in power. They will not respect Christianity. Look at what we did with Obama. Waste of time. That was the beginning of the fall of America under Obama. But guess why we did it? Skin. And this is why I don't like this thing of calling mixed race people black. Who told you this? 23 chromosomes, 23 chromosomes. Why is this one black? Obama was white. I don't believe in that nonsense. I will be able to tell you here, you go with what you like. Was it not last week? I stayed today. I said, when you see him, when he wins, you will start saying. And people didn't even know what was I saying. What date is it? 10 November. This is the day I'm saying, measure what I say from now. We'll give you a background when the prophet comes. We'll give you a backdrop of all we said, but that's neither here nor there. Because I needed him to call in 10 days. We then got a call after a few days, after days after, in fact, weeks after. And there were discussions there, there were conversations there on what God will do through him. But you see, what about him who is a Muslim? Why are we just ignoring the Muslim guy? Because he's a Muslim? No. Let's hear what he is doing for Christians. If a Muslim is going to come here and give freedom to the church, and a Christian comes here and binds the church, I'll go with the Muslim. As much as every human being lies, but there is a certain integrity Muslims have. That if they give you their deal, you are doing a deal. I'm telling you this. I've been in business for too long to know my Christian brothers. You tell them this, tomorrow they can shift. I said, I didn't mean, no. You did not hear what I was saying. Is it what is in the Bible? No. So that's not to say the Bible is false. This is where the problem is. You know? You lose people like Andrew Tate as a religion. I know you don't. He doesn't matter. He matters. He's a voice that is sharp. A voice that is poignant, important, potent, loaded. You lost him to Muslims. Why? Because you're too stuck up, so did science. You weak, you are sissified. What is in the Bible is not seen in your works. So the people that were following Christ are thinking this is the example of Christianity. And they step out of their religion. They love Christ, but they don't love the Christian. Look at Mahatma Gandhi. He said, I love the Christ, but I hate the Christians, for they are unlike their Christ. A man who was in Hinduism wanted to be a Christian, looked at the works of Christ and says, this is what I like. Then looks at the Christians and says, I'm not going to be this. This is the problem with you. Christians are a problem. In Christianity, hear this, in Christianity, Christ forgives. Christians don't.
The build-up of the whole story, I guess you have paid attention. The build-up of the whole story, when Prophet Angel came at a particular point and said, okay, BAWUMIA is right there, but mahama is approaching. Now, let's pay attention to these things grammatically and not prophetically. Because you and I, trust me, we are not prophet. We haven't even seen an ant before, right? So let's pay attention grammatically. It means, obviously, BAWUMIA is still there. It's just that mahama is competitive enough and is approaching, coming close. But BAWUMIA is there. Can you get that for a minute? Beautiful. Now, let's go to another thing. Now, we were here when mahama flawed, right, with regards to instructions that has been given him that he didn't obey. Whereas same instructions were given in regards to phone call to another man, political figure in another African country, but he called. Beautiful. Now, let's go to another point. Another point is that Prophet the angel came again and said, no, this is getting very close. And I need to look into this with another eye, yet another time. Now, looking into it, BAWUMIA is still there. Just take a minute and let it sink in, like Elon Musk holding sink in the quarters of Twitter or X. Let it sink. BAWUMIA is still there, because if BAWUMIA is not there, it will be like, everything have now changed. I have seen mahama now on the throne, or I've seen mahama now sitting on the presidential seat, right? But paying attention to the prophecies, it does not sound in that manner. It sounds like BAWUMIA, is having, full control. Pay attention. Put premium on words. But mahama is being given chance by God. And that is when Prophet the angel have to say, okay, I'm giving Prophet, Owusu Bempa and Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, I'm giving you, mahama, to these people. Go to them.
The best way to just make me a liar would have been to call me. And we record it. You get the point?
Yes, sir.
You record, I record. Then when you don't become a president, you say, look,
I actually called you.
I called him. It didn't happen.
In 10 days.
Do you understand? Now, I'm called now by people that I respect and honor. And then I got back to God. God says, okay, now, leave it to these people, because anything can be reversed. Leave it. See, that doesn't mean say anything and anything will be reversed. When God hasn't said it, that it will not be reversed, or it will be reversed, I can't say it. But what I knew for sure, you call me in 10, it's guaranteed. Now you are in a wish-wash position now, because now I also have to be like, okay, now if God is saying I can approach him, afterwards, when you have now called me at your own time, I go and pray. God says, now talk to these 1, 2. They will be responsible not to make him one, but to pray for him, so that I reverse the injunction I put when you said what you said. I had given you an injunction. So now guess what? I'm simply dealing with my injunction. Within 10 days, should happen. Now I've got luminaries in the spirit saying, what just happened? I speak to God. I come back. I said, God, I said 1, 2 should be the ones to talk to me and establish that I reverse that 10 days. But I also give him rules to follow, which I'm not privy to. I don't know whether he followed everything. I don't know whether they are going to make him that. I only know mine. And then the second part was, tell them what? Tell them that they are now to take over in order to reverse that if he doesn't call within 10 days, because he did. So I'm going to deal with this reverse. Tell them. Do I know if
The matter in the hands of these two. Let's see how it pans out. I don't know what Prophet the angel received as info, but the truth on the grounds is that Prophet the angel disclosed times without number in his broadcast that when you ask a Christian brother who is aspiring to be a political leader in a country to call you and they didn't call, and having the other guy who is also contesting, which is BAWUMIA, calling in the stead of mahama. Look, if you were to be that prophet, you go in for BAWUMIA. Honestly speaking, because the one that he didn't give the instructions to obeyed you in the time frame rather than the one you gave the instructions to. Is it making sense right here? Are we getting it? You have seen the videos. Now let's talk about this one as well. BAWUMIA kept calling, not once and not twice, because after Prophet Angel even said BAWUMIA called instead of Mahama, whenever he's giving a broadcast and he has to talk about elections prophecy, you hear in his words that BAWUMIA is still keeping contact. This is weird, right? And so the last, no, the last but one prophecy that he gave, he was like, Mama could have just called within that 10 days period and done deal, recorded the phone call, recorded the conversation. Okay, you have called, we have talked. The seat is now yours. We have sealed it. And then when it doesn't happen, now I, Prophet Angel, will now be a liar. He could have just, solved the whole situation of back and forth. Now, the last time Prophet Angel spoke, and this is what got the NDC people so much. It was like comparing Mahama to BAWUMIA, that even if a Christian brother has been given opportunity to be a leader, they mess up so badly. And so what if, a Muslim brother or an Islam brother, whatever, is rather going to be that vessel, making himself available to be used by God, our Christian God, to having fulfilled, you know, some assignments critically for the country. And that is where everything started turning. And so if BAWUMIA wins, this is the calculation that we have just done for you to see that it wasn't far-fetched. Because all of this while, or all of this time that these broadcasts are coming in and Prophet Angel is talking, he's like, BAWUMIA is still there. And my spiritual father is a prophet. And I'm not going to disclose him because he's not giving me that right to disclose. The information I have on grounds with regards to prophecy shows that BAWUMIA is still there. So Prophet Angel giving instruction again. Now I'm going to listen to both sides with regards to policies. The one that has the best policy is the one that I'm going to choose. Then you should know. Look into your political party's policies, the NDC policy and the NPP policy. Which one now makes more sense? Which one is going to help Christians the more? Case closed. I'm not even going to say anything again. You now think, go and compare both policies. If Prophet Ibrahim is judging based on policies, compare both policies. I'm done. My name is Chodanis. I love to break down gospel messages like this. I'm breaking it down. Somebody will say you are talking too much. I'm breaking it down. If you can't watch the breakdown, watch the way you can watch. I'm breaking it down, bro. Make sure you subscribe. Go to the description box. You see the backup channel as well. Please kindly subscribe and let's get going. Thank you for watching.